Right now in Cleveland, there's a disconnect that every Browns fan can feel. What's happening on Sundays doesn't match the way the story is being told outside the city. The stats are there, the offense looks alive, and the confidence keeps growing, yet the doubt hasn't gone anywhere. Labels are being thrown around, ceilings are being questioned, and some people still refuse to move the goalposts. This is the kind of moment that defines how a player is viewed for years, not weeks. And for the Browns, it could shape everything that comes next. So hit that like button, subscribe right now and stay with me, because this is where perception and reality are about to collide in Cleveland. I want to start with Shedeur Sanders, because what I'm watching right now in Cleveland is a young quarterback forcing people to confront opinions they were very comfortable holding just a few months ago. 3 starts, that's it. And yet in those 3 starts, Shedeur Sanders has thrown for over 700 yards, 5 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, and has led an offense that suddenly looks functional, confident, and alive. You can quote me on this, numbers don't lie, but they sure do make people uncomfortable when they challenge the draft narratives they already committed to. And that's exactly what's happening right now with Shedeur Sanders. See, I hear the talk, I read the column. I listen to analysts like Ben Solak saying he's a limited athlete, a late day 2 quarterback at best, even with hindsight. And I have to pause right there, because what exactly are we evaluating? Are we evaluating whether Shedeur Sanders is the fastest quarterback in shorts, or whether he can command an NFL offense on Sundays? Because if it's the latter, the tape is starting to tell a very different story. A 94.1 quarterback rating over 3 starts, production comparable to Jackson Dart. Better efficiency than Cam Ward, the #1 overall pick. And that's not projection, that's reality. Now let's be honest, was it perfect? No, there were missed reads, some pocket chaos, a little rookie hijinks, as they like to call it. But let me remind you of something very important. This was his 3rd NFL start. 3rd. If we're holding that against him, then we're holding every rookie quarterback in league history to a standard almost none of them met. What matters to me is trajectory, and the trajectory is undeniable. Pro Football Focus gave him a 76.8 grade, and that's not a sympathy score. That's the 4th straight week of improvement. That's development in real time. What really gets me, though, is how quickly people are willing to dismiss leadership when it doesn't look flashy. This Browns offense was stuck in the mud before Shedeur took over. 16 points per game, stagnant, predictable since he became the starter. Over 20 points per game, and that's with a roster that still has holes, still lacks consistency, still isn't scaring anyone on paper. And yet, when the Browns fell behind 31-17 against Tennessee, Shedeur didn't fold. He didn't press. He didn't panic. He brought them right back into the game, drive by drive, throw by throw, moment by moment. And then I hear people say, well, it's a small sample size. Of course it is. But small samples are how every NFL career starts. Nobody gets handed 10 starts before judgment begins. What I care about is that when the opportunity came, Shedeur Sanders looked like he belonged. He looked like the huddle listened. He looked like the offense moved with purpose. That matters. That's quarterbacking. And that's why the limited athlete label feels lazy to me, because it ignores the most important athletic trait of all at that position, processing under pressure. I also want to talk about the man behind the helmet, because what he said after the game told me everything. He talked about faith, about finding his mental space, about blocking out circumstances that could have broken him. 5th round pick, passed over, labeled, questioned. And instead of bitterness, he responded with patience and preparation. That's not accidental. That's upbringing. That's discipline. And that's why teammates gravitate toward him, even if outsiders are still debating what round he should have gone in. Here's the truth Cleveland needs to face. The Browns have 2 first-round picks next year, and Shedeur Sanders is forcing the front office to think long and hard. If he keeps progressing, if he keeps stacking games like this, you don't draft a quarterback just to draft one. You build around the guy who's already showing you growth, resilience, and command. That's how smart franchises operate, and Cleveland finally has a chance to be one of them. So I'll ask you straight, Browns fans, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you ready to admit Shedeur Sanders might be more than just a nice story? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in. Because this quarterback conversation in Cleveland is far from over.